Good morning, everyone. Forecaster John Ruggiano with Ruggy Weather on this Friday morning, October 5th, 2012. I want to get started with the latest surface analysis as of this morning. We had a rather weak cold front, but effective in bringing in drier air moved through our area during the evening and overnight hours last night. As we know, we're waking up to rather cool and drier conditions this morning. Temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 50s across the Delaware Valley this morning. This dry air will continue through tomorrow as high pressure now over the Tennessee Valley moves east and off the Carolina coast later today and tonight. It will be quite warm today though, guys. Expect temperatures mainly in the upper 70s to even the lower 80s as we get into a southwest flow behind this high this afternoon into this evening. But the main thing is it will feel comfortable and it'll be much drier than we experienced the last couple of days. Now we move our attention over to the Great Lakes, where we have a rather vigorous surface and upper level low just north of Minnesota. Some snow actually fell yesterday over parts of North Dakota and northern Minnesota with anywhere from 3 to 6 inches, in some areas even more. So they experienced their first accumulating snow of the season. Strong cold front now extending from the northern Great Lakes down through the Ohio Valley and into the southern plains is moving east at a pretty good clip right now. So behind this front, much colder air is filtering in across much of the Great Lakes, Midwest, and into the plains as rather strong high pressures now building out of southwest Canada and moving southeast into the plains and Midwest. This cold front will affect our weather during the weekend, which I'll explain in just a minute. Before I proceed into this weekend and the upcoming work week next week, let's take a quick look at the water vapor loop. I want to show you the strong upper level low now spinning just north of Minnesota. This is our large trough that extends from the northern Rockies down into the plains and now approaching into the Ohio Valley. Ahead of this cold front, we do have a nice wedge of dry air, as we can see, stretching from New England down through the mid-Atlantic, Tennessee Valley, and into the Gulf states with high pressure over the Tennessee Valley. So today, we're going to have a rather warm day. Temperatures will moderate to the upper 70s to near 80 this afternoon, but the main thing, like I said, guys, we've got this nice area of dry air and low dew points, so it will be a pleasant day. Then tonight will continue fair and rather dry conditions with dew points continuing in the low to mid 50s. Temperatures tonight will reach the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Okay guys, now we're going to look into this upcoming weekend. Before I get started, I just want to show you guys some of the information that I look at as a forecaster and determine our weather for the next few days. This is based off last night's GFS run, which is the American Global Model. And what we're looking at right here, guys, is for Saturday night at 500 millibars, which is like 18,000 feet up. And what 500 millibar is really a map that I look at on a general basis to determine what some surface features might transpire to. For instance, this is once again for Saturday night, 500 millibars. We're looking at our large latitudinal trough extending from western Canada into the southern plains and then off the northeast. And what I'm looking at here, guys, is this feature right here. We call this a short wave or upper level disturbance. This is some vorticity in the atmosphere which is creating lift and spin. In most cases, when you see these short waves, you'll have a little area of rain or snow depending on what time of the year it is, and possibly a low pressure develop to the east and mainly to the northeast of where this vorticity or short wave set up. And this is for Saturday night around midnight, and I'll show you in a minute on the surface map. There is a little area of rain developing over here through Kentucky and parts of Tennessee. Now watch this area of disturbed weather rotate around this trough. As we head into Sunday, you can see it moves east to the lower Ohio and Tennessee Valley. At this time, weak area low pressure is developing over southwestern Virginia, and some rain is beginning to develop from southern New Jersey down into much of Maryland, the Delmarva, and parts of Virginia. And then as we head into Sunday night, you can see this continues to rotate around, now located over eastern Pennsylvania, At this time, most of the precipitation will be getting kicked out or exiting off the southern New England coast. Now we'll look at the surface at the same time frame of the upper level and mid-level maps I just showed you. As we can see here, Saturday night, as I was saying, we have our little shortwave back here near Missouri. You can see a little bit of rain developing over here in the Tennessee Valley into the Carolinas. As we head into Sunday, we can see we got this disturbed area of light to moderate rain falling from southwest Virginia up into the Delaware Valley. So right now, guys, it looks like Sunday's going to be very chilly, raw day with periods of rain developing probably early Sunday morning and probably continue into Sunday evening off and on. Our cold front is off the coast. We're in the cool air, so expect very raw conditions for Sunday across the Delaware Valley. Highs only in the low to mid 50s and periods of rain, like I said. And as we head into Sunday night, we can see that this area is starting to move offshore as our upper level low, or our little disturbance shortwave here, I should say, starts kicking this precipitation out. Then our high pressure will build in Sunday night to Monday. Skies will clear late Sunday night, and Monday should be a nice day, real cool. Highs will only be near 60, but expect partly to mostly sunny skies and breezy conditions. Now taking a look further ahead, we're going to go over the latest CPC 6 to 10 and 8 to 14 day outlooks for the United States. This is basically for the next week to 2 weeks. We'll start with the 6 to 10 day outlook, which was issued yesterday afternoon, and I agree with this. This is basically for the middle of this upcoming week into next weekend. CPC forecasting better than even chance of below normal temperatures from the northern plains down into much of the Midwest, Ohio Valley, a good part of the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, with the greatest chance of below normal temperatures occurring from the Great Lakes into the Northeast. This is basically from this trough I was showing you guys coming in this weekend. It'll take its time moving through toward the middle of the week. A second trough will come down with even colder air, probably between Wednesday and Saturday across the Midwest and the Northeast to reinforce our cooler weather. So much of next week, guys, I'm thinking temperatures are basically going to be in the low to mid 60s for much of the week. We could see the upper 50s by later in the week. Overnight lows, we could see a couple nights in the mid to upper 30s. Most of the time will at least be in the 40s, so a little bit cooler than normal for the upcoming week. As we look at the 8 to 14 day outlook, which is here, this goes from next weekend into the early part of next week, still showing chance of below normal temperatures over much of the Northeast, near normal across the Midwest and down in the Southeast states, and some milder conditions returning for much of the Rockies and the Plains and in the parts of the Northwest. We'll keep an eye on this. The models are showing more of a zonal flow developing after next weekend, which will give us more near normal temperatures. So I'm agreeing with this. Some of the models continue to try to show some troughiness continuing over the Great Lakes and Northeast, but overall, guys, the next 2 weeks, it looks like we're not going to see any more warm weather. Basically going to be near to below normal temperatures. Like I said, much of next week, temperatures in the low to mid 60s. Might even see upper 50s on Monday, Columbus Day, and toward the end of the week, Thursday or Friday, with the second trough coming in with reinforcing cold air. We could see highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s and overnight lows in the suburbs in the mid to upper 30s. Chance of some frost and scattered through the Delaware Valley and interior southern New Jersey is possible Tuesday morning, and then once again maybe later in the week. So in closing, my forecast for the Delaware Valley today, Friday, October 5th through Monday, Columbus Day, October 8th. For today, expect mostly sunny and pleasant conditions, lower humidity, high temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s across southeastern Pennsylvania, central and southern New Jersey, and northern Delaware. For tonight, expect mostly clear and continued cool with lows in the mid to upper 50s. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny to start out the day, cool. Chance of some showers moving in later in the day as clouds increase from midday on. Best chance of a shower will be west of Philadelphia and into the evening hours as our cold front approaches. High temperatures tomorrow basically in the low to mid 70s. Saturday night, cloudy, chance of a couple showers during the evening as our cold front comes through. It'll turn much cooler with lows dropping into the mid to upper 40s. Some light rain will begin to move into our southwest sections across northeast Maryland and Delaware and southern New Jersey towards Sunday morning as our wave of low pressure develops over southwest Virginia. Sunday will be a cloudy, very cool and raw day. Periods of rain from the morning hours into much of the day. Temperatures will hold in the low to mid 50s with the northwest wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. So overall, guys, Sunday looks to be a pretty inclement day, much cooler and blustery. And this will continue into the evening hours on Sunday, but then gradual clearing will occur as high pressure moves in later Sunday night into Monday. Overnight lows Sunday night will be rather chilly, around 40 to 45 degrees. And for Columbus Day, expect mostly to partly sunny skies, very chilly and blustery with highs only in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Thanks, and I'll check back with you guys over the weekend or early next week for another video update and forecast as we head into a much cooler upcoming week next week, and then possibly even continuing for the next 2 weeks. So we'll keep an eye on this, guys. Have a great weekend.